Okay then guys, what is going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we're inside of Starfield with a load of cool information for you guys, including the surpassing of a specific game via the numbers. We've also got some really funny clips to show you guys which are absolutely hilarious, some cool pieces of real information that are actually in the game and mini Easter eggs you can find, and we're going to be talking about the overall from your posts on Reddit. So with that being said, if you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. It'd be greatly appreciated. Also, if you'd be so kind to check out our sponsor Advanced GG, the #1 clinically proven energy supplement on the market. My favorite flavor is cherry vanilla, but you guys can catch an array of flavors via the link in the description. If you guys use code CLOUD, you'll get a cheeky discount, and let's dive on in to what we've got going inside of Starfield. So starting off, we have this post right here stating Bethesda's Starfield has now officially surpassed Skyrim at all-time peak with 293,000 people playing on Steam. That is absolutely incredible considering Skyrim managed to hit 287,000, and that game is renowned for being an all-time favorite pillar in the community. So massive well done to Bethesda with Starfield, because you guys have generated something all too hilarious, and we've got a clip here to show exactly how hilarious this is. If you've got to this part of the game yet, then you will know that this mission was quite an enjoyable one, but if you played it like this, then it was a hell of a lot more enjoyable, as the cutscene clip actually bounces a grenade off of his head. Absolutely brilliant indeed. And another thing that is absolutely brilliant right here is Jamie Moran actually posted up a post right here stating, just amazing. I find a book in the lodge. It gives me a location on our moon, and it's the Apollo 11 landing site with a space pirate base nearby from the Xbox Series X. This is absolutely amazing. I love little Easter eggs in games, and to know that we can go to the Apollo 11 landing site and go and see exactly what's going on is absolutely incredible. These little Easter eggs really do make a bit of a difference when it comes to the exploration in the game. It's not a mess around, so hopefully you guys can find some more, and I'm intrigued to know what else is knocking about on some of these planets. Feel like we need to have a little bit more of a look. But this game is super smart, and there is a Reddit post here that secures that with 13.6 thousand upvotes, which is absolutely phenomenal. States, I may not be the first, but I think I just discovered something. The game is super smart. So for one of my 2 ongoing character builds, I'm playing a white coat scientist build. Mostly, I'm just taking survey missions and 100%ing as many planets as I can. It's my laid back build, and it's a super chill gameplay arc for the most part. Thing is, I keep running into problems. The beetles. Planets would have these little beetle bugs, and they were super hard to find. So I kept running into a situation where I'd have everything else I needed scanned, and I'd still be on a bug hunt. But then I realized that the beetles always have Scavenger in their name. See, if a planet has 3 life forms, for example, there will always be a hunter species, a prey species, and a scavenger species. And sure enough, if you follow a bunch of hunters to a location where they engage and kill a bunch of prey and then wait for a bit, guess who shows up? The scavengers. Bloody brilliant. This is actually really clever, because it essentially means that the game has got its own general brain connected to it in that basis. If you're following the hunters, they go for the prey, and once they've attacked the prey and taken them out, then the scavengers come back for... It makes solid sense, but not many games would go in depth to this amount of detail. But it is just so much fun to think that you can kind of take a look at some of these pieces and really sort of build off of what it is that they've got going, because there's just no end to this game, and it seems to be no matter what we do, there will always be something new to find. And one thing that we are finding is that well, maybe some of the modifiers on some of these games that do not quite make sense. So right here we have got a post with nearly 7,000 upvotes stating, finally I can keep stabbing without having to reload all the time. And as you can see here, we've got an extended mag combat knife where it doubles the base magazine capacity. So I would like to say that that they've kind of randomly generated it so damn much that we're just managing to pull out knives with extended ammo magazines. Pretty damn clever, to say the least. And something we do need to talk about, because I'm actually finding this to be a bit of an issue as I kind of expand my capacity and how much I can hold using the weight trainer sort of perk. This the muscle mass basis of being able to hold a shed ton more means that I have loads more stuff that I need to sell. But this guy nailed it on the head with nearly 4,000 upvotes on this post, stating, anyone else finding the lack of merchant credits a bit tedious? Preface, I love the game. I literally took an entire week off work to play it, which means I'm like well over 70 hours in and level 46 with over 500,000 credits in hand and plenty more spent. And yet 95% of merchants I visit only have 5k credits still. Seems a bit silly when I'm regularly getting weapon drops that sell for over 10,000. I know other games have had perks that increase the vendor credits, but I'm finding the commerce skill kinda pointless without that. And that is very true. The one thing that I'm really kind of getting a bit of a struggle with is I tend to run quite similar builds when it comes to this game, and I like to use specific weapons mainly based on how they feel. So anything else I kind of get goes straight into selling. I do dismantle some pieces, but as an overall I sell pretty much everything because credits are pretty much the main currency in this game, so you're going to need them for most things if you want to go and purchase. Now, actually going to a vendor and having to sell 1 or 2 pieces, then fly to another planet to go and sell a couple more pieces is tedious beyond belief. I'm not too sure as to why there is such a credit cap on the merchants, and I think no matter how high up in level you get, they don't really tend to get any better. So I feel like we do really need to up the gradient on that one. So Bethesda, you need to really up the game there. They give these guys some more money, man. They may be struggling, but they're not struggling that freaking much. Let me help them. Now, just an additional little piece for the video, which I think is absolutely amazing, and we knew this was going to happen, but modders are turning Bethesda's space RPG into a Star Wars game. So Starfield modders are having their fun with Bethesda's space role-playing game, making some weird and wonderful concoctions, as well as some really useful quality of life improvements. Now, modders are turning their attention to Star Wars primarily. Perhaps the most impressive Star Wars related mod for Starfield so far is the Galactic Civil War conversion, created by K-Boy, which turns the United Colonies cops into Stormtroopers. This fantastic looking mod replaces the modules of the UC police uniform and with accurate Stormtrooper armor. So you can continue to interact with the NPCs as if they were UC security. It is absolutely brilliant. Stormtroopers rolling around. Why we don't actually have an equivalent, because that would make a hell of a lot of sense. If they had like a Stormtrooper equivalent, obviously not an actual Stormtrooper, but if we'd had an equivalent that looked as cool as what the Stormtroopers do, just wandering around like the police force, would have been absolutely mental. I think that is really cool, and I know that the UC security obviously is to their version of things, but I think it's a little lackluster. Having people walk around full body armored up like these guys, it just makes bloody sense. So go ahead and check it out. I'll leave all the links down in the description, so if you are on PC, you can get that mod put on and get yourself some Stormtroopers to talk to. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Thank you so much again for watching, guys. Appreciate you all, and as always, I'll see you in the clouds.